Good morning everyone, it's the 9th of January 2014. I'm currently looking for somewhere to have breakfast. I'm also looking for an ATM. The last one kept telling me to insert my card even though I had already inserted it. So I've got to find another ATM as well. Well, I've walked about 5 blocks, still can't find an ATM. I'm going to have to ask someone, I think. To find a I thought I'd have coffee and donut for breakfast today. Not going to have a big breakfast. It's pretty good. And I managed to find an ATM too, so I'm alright now. I'm just waiting for a taxi right now. That guy's trying to get me one. But taxis just keep driving by. I'm off to Navy Pier. Welcome to Navy Pier. We have to play follow the arrows game. And we're still going. By the time I find the place, it'll be closed for the day. Well, here we are. This is really cute, you know. I'll show you a couple of things, okay? I think it's meant for little kids, but there's meant to be some places to get some nice hot food. There's a Ferris wheel, which I'll look at. I haven't been on one for years, like. I think it's like 15 or something the last time I went on one. But anyway, have a look at over here. You got a polar bear. Then over here you got Frosty the snowman. Then over here you got a big colourful ball. Okay, oh, you got a doggy over there. Well, it's nice and warm here, it's air conditioned. I'll be here for a couple of hours and I'll probably head off to Millennium Park. I guess this is what you call an early lunch. I've got a hot dog. I hope it's a hot dog. I paid for a hot dog. It's falling your way, yes. I have to get some ketchup, I think. And I got a Pepsi. I don't think so, somehow. This is actually a real ice skating rink. I can actually feel the cold coming off that ice. I don't know if I have any of these back home, you know. We have roller skating rinks. I don't know about ice skating. bad for an inside Ferris wheel, is it? Anyway, I think I'm going to head off and do something else. There's nothing really here to do for anybody like over 18, but it's nice to see kids running around and enjoying themselves. And they've gone to a lot of trouble to get this place set up, and you can appreciate that. Oh well. Well, there's something interesting I saw on the way in. I'll try and show it to you before we leave Navy Pier. This is what I'm going to show you, okay? A whole museum full of stained glass. A lot of them are really pretty. I'll just spend a minute or two here just checking these things out. So much work has gone into these. You know, I was never any good at art in high school. I spent hours doing the project, and the art teacher thought I was just like messing around, you know, and told me off. I'm like, I can't draw or paint to save my life, but yeah, I can play piano, can work that one out. How can I be good at one form of art and so bad in another? But anyway, I quite like this.
Right?
There's a few more over here. It goes on for quite a long way. But I'm sure that nobody wants to sit there for half an hour watching every single one of these, but I just, you know, find a couple more that look interesting. This one's really, really lovely. Look at this. It's like a sunset kind of colours. It's really beautiful, that one. Another one. I wish I had a hot cocoa. I'd just sit right there and just look out at the view. Very cold. If you look over there, that guy is ice fishing. I've never seen anybody do that in real life before. This road's getting busy now, I'm going to get off it.
Wait, will you stop for a second? Because I can't see where it's stuck.
Probably not heavy enough, but it's actually snowing. Lightly, but it's snowing. And look what I have to walk through. Ugh. That's why I bought these $200 pair of boots. The time is nearly 12 o'clock. Here we have the Donald Trump Hotel and Tower. wonder how much one of those rooms would cost up there. Probably cost me more than I earn in a year. But here you get well looked after, your own butler, chef, blah blah blah. But I'd rather cook my own meal and save myself 50 grand. This is called Chicago River, and it's not fully frozen, which is strange because everything else I've seen is just like totally frozen up. And the weather's still pretty pleasant, you know. I don't feel really that cold. Save myself a $7 taxi fare by walking a couple of miles. Over here we have the Chicago Tribune. Keep your pets indoors, people. I finally made it to Millennium Park. I wanted to do it on my first day, but one, I was too tired, and two, it was too cold. Let's check it out. That is a really weird structure. I want to see if they have an information board explaining exactly what it is. It looks like a place where they hold concerts because you've got a stage and some seats. You've got overhead rigging with lights and speakers, and would be nice to have a concert here, but probably better having it in spring or summer when the weather's just a little bit warmer. And there's something down here as well, or over here actually. That great big metal, looks like a baked bean actually. Wow, you can actually, that's me right there. Hey, how's it going? Okay. You can actually walk underneath them. Okay, I have to get back on Michigan Avenue. There are lots of these little birds hiding in these shrubs. I think I disturbed them, because most of them just went into hiding. This fella's a little less shy. There's another one. Here he goes. Hello. You got a few statues from Asia, I think. We're going to have a look at some Japanese art now. Pottery. 4,000 years old. These things were apparently used in a ritual of some sort. This thing It's a head of an animal, but for what, I don't know. Here's something a little bit more interesting. I think the wood carvings, it says, but they have traces of polychromy in it. He looks angry. He looks very angry. And here you have a three-headed monster. And it's called a, yeah, well, if you can pronounce that, then go ahead. These are some statues of some ancient Japanese officials in their official uniform of the day. Not sure what this uniform's for. They don't look very happy, do they? Let's see. This painting is called Vortis from 1913, and it's quite interesting because it says this guy tackled the theme of the vortex towards the end of 1913. First is a physical phenomenon in the atmosphere in which kinetic power absorbs matter and causes it to spin in a spiral motion. Very interesting. That one's just a bowl of fruit. And they can draw better than I can. Wow. Called the Tower of Babel. That's somebody's front door. It's called, this one's by Pablo Picasso. For all of my English friends, this is a drawing of the Houses of Parliament from 1897. There's a Dutch painter called William Whitson, The Apple Tree. This is really good drawing. Or it's an etching. That's just, I'd have this on my wall. If you could buy a print of it, I wonder if you can. This one's a painting from circa 1578. And it's a painting about goat hunting. And it's by this guy, Johannes Stradanus. So this one's by John Linnell, The Shepherd Boy Piping. I'm no expert on art, I just know if a painting looks good or not. So I'm probably not the best person to be giving you a tour. That's quite a painting. One of my aunts actually paints and does it really well. I didn't inherit any artistic talent from my mum's side of the family, unfortunately. Hey Fido. This guy's an entertainer. So I guess they do tricks and things to make people laugh. We're in the porcelain section now. Got some very lovely porcelain to look at, with paintings on. A lot of these old vases have dragons on them. The culture had an obsession with dragons. Here we have some Indian feathers and the outfit that they would have worn. And Indian rugs. Take a look at this one. Looks like Space Invaders. Friendly bunch. Okay, you should be able to see it snowing now. Here we have some contemporary art. As you can see, a lot of thought would have gone into that one. Oh, that's a little bit more creative. Well, modern art makes less sense to me than old art. I mean, it's just weird. As you can see, the weather's gotten more inclement. There's a bit of fog building up. It's snowing quite a bit now. I've got to go back to my hotel, and I've got a problem with my phone. I was meant to have 500 minutes talk time, and they only gave me 40. So I've got to go back to Verizon and get it sorted out. Well, I got my phone fixed finally. Instead of putting me on a $35 plan for 500 minutes, they put it through as an activation fee. So that's why I only had 40 minutes on my phone. But they fixed it up, which is good. I'm off out in the search of dinner again. And it's still snowing, lightly, but it's snowing. And it's not too cold at the moment. It's been pretty mild all day as far as the cold goes. I think we're over the worst of the cold weather. This one's apparently open 24 hours, so if you feel like a burger at 3 o'clock in the morning, come here. This is what I'm having tonight. I'm back at the hotel, and I'm going to say goodnight now to all of you out there. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Good night and God bless from Chicago, Illinois.